folks are getting back to work, but that doesn't mean work is going to be exactly like it once was. Communications expert and founder of Power Body Language, Lisa Mitchell, joins us with more. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Tracy. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, thank you.
So yeah, we've had people trickling back in. Randy Alice is back, and you know, there's initial fanfare when a coworker's been gone for a while, but things are not as they were, right?
No, they aren't. They're going to be a little different for a number of reasons, not just how we are physically positioned in our offices again and workplaces, but just what we've all been through and are going through right now is going to show up in the workplace too. So we need to be thoughtful about how we communicate right now.
So what do we need to be more mindful of?
Yeah, I think the first thing you can do really starts before you walk into the office. And that's kind of thinking through and just acknowledging that, hey, it's going to look and feel a little bit different. And just kind of sitting with that, getting peaceful with that, because what happens when we walk in and expect something to be one way and it looks different, we automatically assign a negative quality to that, which can create anger or anxiousness or all of these kind of just not helpful emotions in us when we're surprised by something. So just really taking a minute and getting honest with yourself and kind of picturing yourself walking into a new normal will go a long way towards how you actually physically react when you do walk in. It looks different, or people that you're normally high-fiving or hugging are giving you a little more space. It's just good to be mentally prepared for that.
Don't you think maybe it'd be all right to go ahead and, I don't know, call one of your coworkers that you trust and say, hey, I'm trying to gear up for this. I'm coming back in. Let me know how you're doing. What things are different for you? Would that help?
Absolutely. I think having that shared experience and really just being vulnerable enough to ask questions or say, hey, here's how I'm kind of feeling. You know, what are you experiencing? What are we sharing during this time? How can we help support each other? And having that safe space to just be vulnerable and real and ask questions if you're not sure, maybe what should I expect or how can I best interact with you? That goes a long way towards showing someone that you just want to be respectful and communicate in a way that's beneficial and positive.
Sure, that makes sense. Well, the last couple of weeks here at Wish, in the studios, in the hallways, there's been a lot of bad dancing as people are trying to avoid each other. And it's interesting how some people react. Some people try and shimmy by, staying as far away as possible. Some people, like, absolutely just cut and run the other direction. And I've been here long enough. I don't think it's me. I think it's the circumstances, but who knows?
Yeah, it's really just kind of understanding the space needs and the level of safety that we're all seeking right now. And for some people, it is going to feel kind of business as usual, and they're going to have a greater level of comfort. Other people with different circumstances or experiences may require a lot more space or not feel comfortable in communal spaces like kitchens or conference rooms. It's really just understanding where you're at and then having a ton of grace and patience and awareness for where your coworkers are at, and just trying to coincide and be as gracious as you can be, both for defending your own boundaries and needs around personal safety and also accommodating what other people feel comfortable with right now.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, I know you will. I think we need to be respectful of people that are treating it differently. I have coworkers that are not masked, and they occasionally forget about the social distancing. I have coworkers that are walking in a cloud of disinfectant all day long, and you know, they're not wrong, and I need to respect however anyone is reacting to this, right?
Exactly. It's really about kind of releasing judgment. Obviously, defending your boundaries and personal space and protection, you know, whether it's wearing a mask or maybe spending more time with your door closed if you're in that type of environment, or maybe opting out of conference room meetings but calling into them. Like, we can't forget about the great tools that we've been using during work from home or this adjusted period. It's just defending your own boundaries in a way that you feel safe about returning back to work, and also respecting people who have a different approach to that.
Mm-hmm. I have some friends that they're not going to be back in the office until right now. They've been told August, maybe even after Labor Day and things like that. So how do people that are still at home get that connectivity that you need to have for a good work environment, even if they're not physically in that environment?
Right. Keeping the culture, keeping the camaraderie and the team feeling is really important. And utilizing the tools that we've been utilizing as a primarily remote working force is a great way. You know, texting people through the day, Zoom meetings for bringing people from the outside into something that you're doing during the office, having an office Slack channel or a kind of local bulletin board type office environment where everyone's getting the same communication, because you want to make sure that the people that aren't in the office for whatever reason are still feeling that they're being included, that they're being engaged, and that they're an important part of the team.
Yeah, exactly. They can't physically take part in coffee talk, but you could do it virtually, right?
Absolutely, yeah. It's just having that few extra moments of intentionality and thoughtfulness to figure out, how might someone be feeling and what can we do to kind of bring them back into the office environment with us.
Awesome. We'll put your link on ours, IndyStyle.tv. Quick question for you. It's a very polarizing question. It's our Facebook question of the day. Are you team Jell-O or team pudding?
Well, they both make great adult refreshments when mixed with the right counterparts. So I'm gonna just say either or.
Either
just throw
or.
some Cheetos in it. Yeah, it's fine.
Have you had the adult whipped cream?
Yes, I am a fan. You know me, Tracy. Come on.
Your eyes just got real wide right there. All right, Lisa. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.